for Manny Machado. You're just not going to sneak a fastball by him right now.
He's really made it a great adjustment on the fastball. Take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by a Ram Trucks. The adjustment on the fastball, two-seam or four-seam fastball for Manny Machado since July 1st. 418 batting average. He struggled early in the season, 183 on the fastball. Wasn't able to catch up to the fastball, but since that point on July 1st, you talk about staying back. Did that well last night. Got a couple fastballs, 2 to 3 home runs he hit last night against a fastball. So you got to be able to establish the fastball off the plate and get him to swing at something off speed.
Well, J.C. Ramirez gave up a grand slam to Manny Machado the last time these two teams met at the Big A. We'll see how things play out tonight. We'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch. It's coming up next here on Fox Sports West.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Je sens ce que The Rock nous mijote.
Man, everything does sound better in French. Give me some, chef.
Our 18-year-old was in an accident. When I call USA, that's where I felt relief.
The experience was very focused on family. We're the Rivera family, and we will be with USAA for life.
Looking for something new in appliances? Something different? Something cool? At the Home Depot, you'll find all that at the lowest possible price, everywhere you look. Save 25% on select appliance brands only at the Home Depot.
I got my Spark Cash Card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my landscaping business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing. And that really helps my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professional.
The new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save.
And by GMC.
Back at Camden Yards here in Baltimore, just a minute or so away from the start of tonight's ball game. Angels looking to even things up in this little 3-game weekend series against the Orioles here at Oriole Park in Camden Yards. Let's take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting lineup tonight. You can see Ben Revere leads it off in left field. Mike Trout and then Albert Pujols, Cole Calhoun, the cleanup batter in right for the Angels. Simmons looking to snap an 0-for-18 skid will follow. Valbuena, Crone, Maldonado behind the plate, and Caleb Coward gets another start for the Angels. He'll be at second base, and he will be the 9-hole hitter. On the hill for the Orioles, 26-year-old right-hander Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, he has a power fastball, 93-98 slider curve, changed it, very good split finger fastball. My go-to is to be successful against him tonight. Aggressive on the first 2 pitches. Hitters hitting over 400 when they have attacked that first 2 pitches, and don't let him settle in. He's one of those pitchers that struggle a little bit early on, then when they settle in, become dominant as the game progresses.
Angels beat Gausman not too long ago. Mark, how about the way the Orioles will line up defensively tonight?
Well, when you look at this defense with Seth Smith out in left field, Adam Jones in center, Santander in right field, Machado, very good third baseman, Beckham at shortstop, Scope at second, Mancini at first, Castillo, a very good catcher, very good throwing arm, and Beckham at shortstop has got his 87th start at shortstop. He's committed 13 errors though, but a very good, accurate throwing arm. 45 double plays turn for Tim Beckham this season.
Yeah, Beckham, one of the better trading deadline acquisitions for the Orioles.
I'll tell you what, you talk about difference in approach at the plate, even in the field, because he's hit the ball so well. It's really parlayed into a very good defensive shortstop too for Baltimore.
Former first-round pick and a #1 pick overall by Tampa Bay back in 2008, and now maybe a little change of scenery helping him out. Umpires here tonight. Tom Hallion, he is going to be calling balls and strikes. He's the crew chief. He's kind of known as a hitter's umpire, generally a little smaller strike zone for him behind the plate. Chad Whitson up from AAA will be the umpire at first. Vic Carapazza is the second base umpire. Mark Rippiker is the umpire at third base. So we are good to go, it looks like, here at Camden Yards. Boy, a lot of exciting pregame festivities here tonight.
Yeah, the reunion of a lot of those players from the '92 team 25 years ago today. This ballpark opened up, and it's still a fabulous yard here, Camden Yards.
Absolutely, a trend-setting ballpark. First pitch tonight, and that one is a first pitch fastball taken by Revere. We're underway here at Camden Yards in Baltimore. Another warm night, about 88 degrees at game time. Here's a little bouncing ball hit right to short. Beckham will throw out Revere. It's an easy play. There's one gone.
My Hyundai key for this game for the Eagles to be successful against Baltimore. Gausman fight the good fight, little triumph after that tough loss last night. The Angels, and we talked about it even before the game came on the air, how resilient this club is, and they've bounced back from tough losses and really put together a great game after that. So got to fight every single at bat against Gausman, and also every inning throughout this game to be able to pull this one out and even up the series.
Yep, Angels have been a good bounce-back club this season. We'll see if they can do it after a stinging loss in last night's opener. Here's Trout at the plate, and he takes a fastball 95 miles per hour. That's in there for a strike. Like Trout, little 3-game hitting streak. He hit one of the 5 homers the Angels had in a losing cause last night. And he hits this one high, and he hits it deep into left field. You can kiss it goodbye. Out of here. Home run, Mike Trout.
I guess that is fighting the good fight there. Wow, that baseball went a ton for Trout. And you need your leaders to respond right away after that tough walk-off loss last night. It's our top-tier play brought to you by Arco. Gausman goes fastball. You know, Trout made a good adjustment on a 4-seam fastball there. That ball was right at the belt. Brings his hands inside. You talk about getting a barrel. Look at the distance of that shot for Trout. Wow.
Elevate and celebrate.
Oh, yes, it was, Jerry. I couldn't wait for you to say that.
So here's Albert at the plate. He had a home run last night. Heck, there were 10 of them in the game. Each team had 5, and the first pitch on Albert, he Swings at a good fastball there, threw it by him at 95.
What do we say about going after those first or second pitches against Gausman? 421 with 7 home runs allowed, 24 RBI. First or second pitches put in play.
There's the next one. Albert fouls it off right side. That's going to get back to their club level out of play.
Now with that home run, 6 straight years of 25 or more home runs for Mike Trout. Unbelievable career start.
Yep. Here's the next pitch on Albert, and he pops this one foul on the right side. That's going to get back and out of play. They should have close to a sellout here tonight. We mentioned 25th anniversary at Camden Yards. They brought back a lot of members of their 1992 team that christened this stadium. Even had a home run derby with some of those players. That was kind of fun to watch.
It's good to see Sam Horn back swinging the bat.
Yeah, he hit a couple out. 1-2 now on Albert. Well, we saw a lot of home runs last night. We've already seen 2 batters into this ball game, and Albert takes outside.
We've been going back and just looking how far that baseball traveled for Trout. I mean, that is way out to left center field.
Gausman's given up 23 now this season. Here's his next one on Pujols. He lines it down the left side, a foul ball.
And it's really surprising the amount of home runs that Gausman has allowed, especially when you think about his power fastball, whether it's his 4-seam or 2-seam fastball. An excellent splitter. There's a lot of strikes, a lot of pitches out over the plate. He'll challenge with his fastball, and if it's a firm but straight fastball, it can go a long way.
Good battle here as Albert awaits the 2-2.
It's good at bat for Albert right now, laying off that splitter there in the dirt.
So we'll see what gives on the payoff as Albert awaits the pitch from Gausman. And he walks him. That was a fastball 95 high, ball 4.
You go back to that shot that Mike Trout hit. You got Seth Smith in left field. Gausman providing the power with that fastball. Took a couple courtesy steps just to check out how far that ball went. That's covered right there.
Yep, it landed in the walkway behind the left field area.
Cal Ripken had to be impressed.
Sure
He's here tonight, seeing that
here.
one.
Yep.
The Hall of Famer.
Here's Cole Calhoun. He hit one out last night for the Angels as well, and the pitch, and that one is low and in. Calhoun, 243 batting average entering play here tonight. Couple hits in last night's game. Third baseman Machado is playing way off the line over there on the left side. Next pitch, and that's high and away. So the count is 2 balls in, no strikes. Gausman is a guy who will walk people. He just walked Albert, and he came into the game tied for, well, he was 5th in the league coming in walks. He's now issued 57 this year and a little over 140 innings. He's already walked more this year than he did all of last year. And last year he pitched just shy of 180 innings. Next one on Cole, and this is skied in the air on the third base side. Machado in foul ground has a play, and not far from the coaching box. He'll gather that one in.
Yeah, with the shift on, Machado had to go a long way. Normally this is a routine play when he's playing his normal third base position, but had to travel quite a bit. That ball was up high enough where he could still camp underneath it to get the second out.
So here's Simmons, who's trying to break out of a little bit of a skid. He had got his batting average over the 300 mark. He had moved into the top 10 in the league in batting, but he is 0 for his last 18 and just 3 for his last 29. His average now 293. He has still had a terrific season for the Angels. Here's the pitch, and that is a fastball in there.
And you know that, Terry. No one works harder than Andrelton Simmons as far as his swing. He's in there so early working on breaking balls. You know, even with a splitter from Gausman today, he's working on that from his coaching staff just to be able to track that baseball lower part of the strike zone.
Gosman ready, and the next pitch. This is bounced on the third base side, and that is a fair ball. It's fielded by Machado. He will throw out Simmons, and the inning is over. The Angels do get the game's first run, and it came from Mike Trout, and boy did he hit it. Home run, second batter into the game. Angels have a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first in Baltimore.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
Looking for something new in appliances? Something different? Something cool? At the Home Depot, you'll find all that at the lowest possible price. Everywhere you look. Save 25% on select appliance brands only at the Home Depot.
I got my Spark Cash Card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible.
It's set to go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's see how the Orioles will put their batting order together under manager Buck Showalter. You see Beckham, shortstop, leading it off. Then Manny Machado had the 3-homer, 7 RBI night last night. Scope will follow. Then Adam Jones, their cleanup batter in center. Mancini, Trumbo, and Smith. And the bottom two, Wellington Castillo, and the number 9 hitter, just his second major league game, Anthony Santander. JC Ramirez getting the start for the Angels. Pitched against the Orioles 12 days ago at the Big A, and the first pitch, that one is high.
When you look at his numbers, 10-10 this season, 105 strikeouts at 141 2/3 innings pitched. Fastball is 93 to 98. Slider, curveball. There's quite a few all-speed pitches.
Here's the next one on Beckham. It's hit hard. That's a fair ball over the third base bag. It'll bounce around down in the left field corner. Just getting to it is Revere, and Beckham will cruise into second base, and he has a leadoff double for the Orioles.
Pretty impressive what he has done as a Baltimore Oriole at the plate. 2 really good swings last night on all-speed pitches. Hits at the right field. This time he gets a pitch on the inside part of the plate and hooks it right down the line for a double, 13th double. Completely different hitter, a lot more confident at the plate. And losing that helmet, going the Gary Matthews Sr. route, losing the helmet going to second base.
Mini Sarge out there.
Yes.
Beckham, 18 games with the Orioles. He's now hitting over 480 for them. So here's Machado. And based on what he did last night, you might think about walking him every time up tonight. Right-handed batter, and he hit a grand slam against JC Ramirez in that game. JC faced them less than 2 weeks ago. That was in the top of the 7th of that ball game. That's one of 4 grand slams Angels pitchers have allowed in less than the past month. Here's the pitch. That one is low and in.
Machado's been a very hot hitter. Think about the numbers he's been able to put up since July 1st.
JC, a peek at Beckham. The next pitch on Machado, a cut and a miss. Good fastball.
That's a great fastball. Perfect location for JC against Machado. And we talked about how well he's hit a fastball, but this is an unhittable fastball. Running action off the plate. If you make contact, that's off your leg or full foul.
Machado, a little 7-game hitting streak coming in. He and Scope, who's waiting on deck, tied for their lead in homers, and he slices one down the right side, but it's a foul ball. Way down in that corner down there, really both sides, right field and left field. There's not much room at all. The seats really come out very close to the foul line.
Real good plate coverage for Machado. Still think you can, even though he's hit the fastball well, and we talked about that in our tools of the trade just a little bit ago, he's still susceptible to a fastball in off the plate, but it has to be off the plate in, not on the corner.
Next pitch. And that one.
Speaking of corners, Tom Hallion is an umpire that generally, though, he does like to do the third strike call. And that fastball runs back frame perfectly, maybe about a quarter of a baseball off the corner, though. But still a very good pitch.
That was a hitter's call right there by the home plate umpire. Counts 2-2. There's a bouncer by the mound, and it's going to be off the glove of Cowart. Now starting to break for the plate was Beckham after he rounded third, and he ends up diving back. He would have been a dead duck had he not put the brakes on.
And I don't think you really can fault Anderson Simmons for the throw. You don't really have time, especially with Beckham's speed. When you hear he's going, you try to make that throw as quick as possible. Up the middle, knocked down. You're not going to throw out Machado anyhow. You keep that ball in the infield. That's what you try to do. It looked like he tried to stop. He was thinking about almost throwing to third before making that delivery to home for Anderson Simmons. Always thinking ahead, always in position to make a play.
So Machado is on. He has a single. And now Scope will be stepping up. He was quiet last night for the Orioles. 0 for 4. And he cuts and misses. An off-speed pitch there. Nothing in 1.
Always aggressive on a first pitch fastball, Scope. Especially when you have a hitter, a young hitter who's had a lot of success this season. When they're struggling a bit, you can really expand the strike zone against them. Make them hit your pitch, not a strike.
We see Ramirez ready. Here's the next one, and this is pop back foul behind the plate.
Now you got to have a lot of trust in Martin Maldonado behind the plate for J.C. Ramirez. This is a chance to expand, potentially even bounce a breaking ball and get a called, or I mean a swinging strike here to get that first out.
Here's the next pitch, and that's a wild pitch, and the ball ricochets back out of the reach of Maldonado, and breaking in and scoring from third easily will be Beckham. Boy, that was a real wild pitch right there. Maldonado had no shot. Beckham scores, and Machado moves up to second, so game's tied.
Well, back against that brick wall. A lot of times when you hit that brick wall, it will come back, but hit that corner of it and went away, and allowing Beckham to score the tying run. Talk about overthrowing a pitch. I still think you have a chance to get him to swing a breaking ball out of the strike zone.
Well, J.C. Ramirez has had a lot of trouble lately putting hitters away when he's gotten 2 strike counts against them. He's allowed a lot of 2-strike hits, and he throws a wild pitch with 2 strikes to bring in the game's first run, and there's one that's low, and now the count's even 2-2. After the Angels got that first inning run, thanks to Mike Trout, you would have liked to have seen a shutdown inning here, but it is not happening. Here's one that's grounded right to second. Easy play for Cowart. He throws in plenty of time. Moving on to third is Manny Machado. And Mark, how about the Angels defense tonight?
You got Ben Revere out in left field, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun, the former Gold Glover, in right, Luis Valbuena third, Anderson Simmons, Gold Glover at shortstop, Caleb Cowart at second, C.J. Cron first, Martin Maldonado catching, J.C. Ramirez, and Caleb Cowart has been very solid. Second base position. It's a 16 start. He's turned 12 double plays, 2 errors. I talked to him today about that adjustment, the footwork, the difference between second base and third base. He said he's finally getting in that position where he's really comfortable playing second base.
First year he's done that in his pro career, and at the plate now is Jones, and Adam Jones slices one foul back to the seats down the right side out of play.
By the way, one of those productive outs for Scope with that ground ball to the right side of the infield. Baltimore has been very, very good at home. 36 of 23. Struggled mightily on the road, though.
Jones had a pair of hits last night, 7-game hitting streak coming in. And he waves at that one, so now Ramirez has 2 strikes on him. So Adam Jones doing some leading off for the Orioles, but batting out of the cleanup spot here tonight. They really like what Beckham has brought to their club as a leadoff man.
Jones has been very good with runners in scoring position. The reason why they moved him into that spot.
Here's the pitch, and just missed a little bit low and away. Slider.
Look at those numbers so far this season for Adam Jones with runners in scoring position. 6th best in the major, 375 batting average.
3rd in the AL in that department, and there's one that's tipped foul right by the plate. So the count holding 1-2 on Jones. Trey Boom Boom Mancini waiting on deck.
By the way, good scouting report on Tom Hallian behind the plate. More of a hitter's umpire.
Yeah.
A couple borderline close pitches. Although he's always fun to watch when there's a chance to bring up a hitter.
Oh, yeah. There's the 1-2, and that one is high, a fastball at 97.
Remember early in the season, J.C. Ramirez really struggled in the first inning, then settled down of late as well as success in the first inning.
J.C. has pitched better on the road this year than at the Big A, and there's one lifted high in the air, but foul down the right side.
You look at the batting average so far this season against J.C. Ramirez, 265 versus his fastballs, 13 home runs allowed. But the surprising number, really, 267 versus his slider and curveball combination with 8 home runs. That was a hanging breakable there for J.C. When his slider is good, that should be his swing and miss wipeout pitch.
This will be number 20 as far as pitches in the bottom of the first, and that's way up and in. So a full count.
As a hitter, you can smile about that, but you're certainly not really feeling real comfortable when you see a pitcher. That's a couple times already in this first inning, up and in fastballs. As a hitter, you're tracking away looking for that slider up and in. I think that could be you don't want to throw a fastball that far in, but the up and in fastball, very important for JC.
Payoff delivery, he checks on that one. Did he go around? No. The appeal made to the first base umpire, Chad Whitson.
Going to my go-tos for J.C. Ramirez to be successful on the similar plane where we're just talking about his ability to try to get that fastball in. The reason why that's important is he's going to get swings like this, but it sets up that slider, that hard slider going away, and that's an important pitch for him. Up and in, down and away with the sharp slider. Should get some swing and misses. Otherwise, they're going to track away against them and look for that fastball and or slider away.
Well, Charlie Nagy, the Angels pitching coach, out there to talk to J.C. Ramirez. His last outing was a week ago, was in Seattle. Seems like that was ages ago. It's still the same road trip we're on. And in that game, 5 innings, he gave up 7 hits, 3 runs.
I really thought that Adam Jones chased that pitch. See if he did from this angle. But the handbag, he's able to hold it up. Surprise.
Yep,
he even had that check swing going, that Adrian Beltre check down there for the umpire.
So here's Mancini, and the pitch taken for a strike. Took something off the fastball. Trey Mancini, a rookie, who's had a nice season, although he's been in a bit of a skid of late. Only 8 hits his last 43 times up. He was 0 for 4 in last night's opener. Here's the next pitch, and this is grounded on the right side. It looks like 2. Flip the second one. Relay over to first base. That is in time, and that's how the inning ends. Boy, J.C. Ramirez will take that. We are moving to the second inning. We're tied right now here in Baltimore at 1.
Hey Siri, remind me to dominate relentlessly today.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Already on it.
Appliances make life easy. We make finding yours even easier. With top-rated brands, reviews, even side-by-side comparisons, your appliance is easily within reach. Save 25% on select appliance brands only at the Home Depot.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible, more mobile, and improve your performance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Get more out of your 7th inning stretch with the Stretto method. Massage Envy.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. The home run barrage last night. Angels had 5, a season high, 10 total in the game. In one game in Angels history with more, 11 back in '94, July 1st. Third time ever the Angels have hit 2+ home runs in the first 2 innings. Already a home run in the first inning, looking to do so again in the second.
I'll have to drop a Kia on Paul Sorrento tomorrow, see if he responds. So here is Valbuena as the Angels get set to bat here in the second. Crone and Maldonado will follow. And here's the pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike.
Well, he did respond with the first career home run here at Camden Yards for Paul Sorrento.
Yes, many years ago.
Yes, just a few days ago.
Here's the next one on Valbuena, and a cut and a miss. Gosman was a big strikeout pitcher a year ago at 174, and he came into tonight's game 132. Here's the next delivery, and that ball's lifted high, and it's hit deep into center field. Going back is Jones, jumps up, and that ball is out of here. How about that? That one to center field. Valbuena's 14th of the year. Angels have had homers in the first 2 innings and are back on top. It's 2-1.
And went into play what we talked about this a second ago. Multiple home run innings the first 2 innings last night. You talk about good career numbers against a pitcher. Valbuena 4 for 8 now against Gosman with 3 home runs. Drifting out over the plate, 2-seam fastball. When you're trying to go in against a lefty, it better start off the plate and then catch the corner. Well, it started on the corner and ended up in the middle of the plate and ended up out of the ballpark. But I'm always so used to Adam Jones bringing those back. You always had to wait and make sure.
Yep. So here's Crone. He hit one out last night, and the pitch, and that's a little bit low, that fastball. Well, the Angels have had 6 different players already hit home runs in this series. Here's the next delivery on Crone, and that one is low. The Angels came into this game next to last in the American League in homers, and the Orioles number 3 in the league. Here's the pitch, and Crone hits one high in the air, shallow into left field. Coming in is Seth Smith. He'll gather that one in. That's the first out.
It's an amazing thing when you look back the last 19 games for the Angels. They've been averaging 5.4 runs per game with 25 home runs. That's coming into this game. Tonight, 2 more home runs, one by Mike Trout and Luis Valbuena.
So the batter now is Maldonado. He was hitless last night. Our team is hitting .229. That's a good fastball for a called strike. Gausman won 9 games for the Orioles a year ago. He has 9 so far this season. There's an off-speed pitch, and that's waved at and missed. That looked like a splitter. Gausman's had trouble with his slider this year. His split has been a very good pitch for him. And here's the next delivery, and that one comes in and misses ball 1 and 2. The thing about Maldonado, whenever pitches come in on him, you're always kind of thinking he might get hit by a pitch. He's been hit 16 times this year.
And both pitchers have been wild high and out of the strike zone.
That one got a little piece of Tom Hallion, the home plate umpire, that last pitch. That's low and away, off-speed delivery. 2-2 is the count.
Well, like when you look at counts, 2-2 counts, Gausman likes to go to his fastball against a right-handed batter. That's 60% of the time. So for Martin Maldonado, you sit fastball, try to get the barrel of it on it.
Next delivery, that's another one fouled off, and that got the home plate umpire as well. I think it got him right on the mask.
Hopefully Tom Hallion will be all right. One of the good guys in the game.
And one of the Orioles athletic trainers is going to check him out.
Square off the top of that mask. Wellington Castillo was able to hold him up. Nice job by Wellington to be able to keep him standing.
Yeah, something like that, you certainly have to worry about a concussion there, and they're going to give him a little eye test right now. He looks a little groggy right now.
Yeah, I think I've seen him before hit by a couple of foul baseballs right back on that mask earlier in his career too. So it's not an easy thing to deal with. He's been doing it for a long, long time.
So they're still taking a look at Tom Hallion out there behind home plate. 24 years as a major league umpire.
See, straight back, right off the bat, and then
part of the mask that kind of protects the forehead. Where he got hit with that foul ball.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if you see another umpire go in there and change the equipment and be the home plate umpire.
Yeah, might have to go with a 3-man crew, and sure enough, the first base umpire, I think it is Chad Whitson, is heading back.
I think that's the right decision.
Yeah, he's going to head back and get the home plate umpire's gear, and it looks like Tom Hallion is going to have to leave, and there's no reason to risk anything here.
It's a warm night like it is tonight too, to deal with that also.
All right, so it'll be a little bit until the new umpire takes over calling balls and strikes. We will be back here in Baltimore in just a moment. Angels have a 2-1 lead, still batting in the top of the second, right here on Fox Sports West.
2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
By Fios by Frontier. Get the best price ever on Fios TV, internet, and voice by Frontier. Visit fiosbyfrontier.com today.
Back at Camden Yards in Baltimore, we're still waiting for, we believe it's going to be Chad Whitson, who is the first base umpire, to get the home plate umpire gear on. And again, the home plate umpire, Tom Hallion, was struck on his mask around the forehead area and forced to leave. And he's had this happen before. In fact, it happened in a game back in the 2015 season when he took a foul ball off his mask. That was a game he was behind the plate, and the Rockies and the A's were playing, so there's a bit of a history here.
I remember that. I remember seeing that before. And he's always been one of my favorite umpires, too, Tom Hallion. This is fouled straight back off the bat. It's a firm fastball, so it's coming back at a rapid speed by Martin Maldonado right off the top of the mask. Wellington Castillo is able to hold up Tom Hallion, but unable to stay and be part of the game anymore, which I think was a great decision by not only the Baltimore trainer, but also Tom Hallion and the entire umpiring crew. I think it might be Vic Carapazza is going to be the home plate umpire, possibly.
Okay, we'll see if that turns out to be the move. So we will take a break here in Camden Yards. Look at the Orioles infielders. They're all, some of them are seated and on their knees over there. When we get back, we'll hopefully have some baseball coming up, so stay with us. It is Vic Carapazza, who now will become the new home plate umpire. He was the second base umpire, so we'll go with a three-man crew. Tom Hallion forced to leave the game, the home plate umpire, when the action got underway tonight. So the count's 2-2 here on Maldonado, and the next delivery chases that one. A high fastball struck him out. That's out number 2 here in the inning. And Caleb Cowart will get ready for his first at bat tonight. Hopefully everything will be okay for Tom Hallion. Cowart, the switch hitter, bats from the left side, .293 batting average. Here's the pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike.
I mean, most difficult thing as a hitter, I mean, that's that high fastball by Martin Maldonado, is all of a sudden try to catch up to that when you've been sitting around for a bit. Pitcher at an advantage there. You can throw still. You can't run upstairs and hit. So it's very difficult to do that if you're Maldonado. No at bat here, obviously, for Caleb Cowart now.
Counts 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next delivery lifts it in the air down the left side. That's a foul ball. It's going to get back and out of play. Angels up 2-1. We're in the top of the second here. Camden Yards, and the next pitch, that one is waved at and missed, and fooled there on a good splitter, it looked like, was Cowart, and the inning is over. Well, one of the Angel home runs tonight, hit by Luis Valbuena, and it came in the second. Bottom of the inning coming up next.
Hey Siri, remind me to dominate relentlessly today.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Already on it.
I got my Spark Cash Card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my landscaping business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing. And that really helps my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible, more mobile, and improve your performance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Get more out of your 7th inning stretch with the Stretto method. Massage Envy.
Live stream your favorite sport at the airport. Binge DVR shows while painting your toes. On-demand laughs during long bubble baths. TV on every screen is awesome. The all-new Xfinity Stream app. All your TV at home. The most on-demand, your entire DVR, top networks, and live sports on the go.
Angels baseball from some of the best seats in the house. Purchase tickets in the Lexus Diamond Club and enjoy exclusive benefits like access to the Lexus Diamond Club restaurant and lounge. For more details, visit 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/Lexus Diamond Club. So the Angels up 2-1 as we start the bottom of the second inning.
There's always tons of Angel fans here at Camden Yards, especially along that third base side.
Pitch on its way. That one is in there on a former Angel, Mark Trumbo. Trumbo hit one out last night. Here's Ramirez's next delivery, and that pitch misses a little bit low. So we have a new home plate umpire, Vic Carapazza, calling balls and strikes. Not generally known as one of the better ball and strike umpires. Hopefully he has a good night.
You got some good scouting reports there.
1 ball, 1 strike to count, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike.
Had a chance to talk to Mark Trumbo earlier today, saying he's having a good time here with this ball club with Baltimore, certainly in this stadium. Said a bunch of his family and friends back in Anaheim the other day when he didn't get a chance to play were kind of bummed that he wasn't out there more often, but they're getting to see him here in these first 2 games of this series.
He re-signed with them in the offseason. There's a ball, he bounces right to Valbuena. He will throw him out. So 1 gone. Seth Smith will be the next batter.
There's 4 outs so far in the game for J.C. Ramirez via a ground ball. Got a double play to finish off the last inning. Gets a ground ball there to Luis Valbuena. You know, early in the season, remember, he was getting a lot of strikeouts. Now more so, he's getting a lot more ground ball outs. You mentioned earlier, he hasn't been able to finish hitters off when he's got 2 strikes on him. He's almost trying to make that perfect pitch instead of just staying within himself and not trying to overthrow.
Kind of wonder if he feels by pitching to contact he might be able to go longer in games.
That's good when you have first or second pitches, but when you get those 2 strikes, that's when the mindset is, I'm going to try to get a swing and miss. Avoid contact. Especially with the swing pass of a lot of hitters now in this game of baseball where they're trying to lift instead of hit the ball on the ground.
Here's the 0-1. And this is lifted into shallow left center field. Let's see who's going to take charge. It's going to be Revere.
And it was a very good traffic cop going back for that fly ball to Ben Revere. He's looking at him like, I know, I can see it.
So 2 are gone. We talk about it a lot on the radio side, that Simmons is kind of a ball hog.
Yes.
But that's good in baseball. You want that guy touching the ball as much as possible.
I mean, he went a long way to direct traffic there on that fly ball to Ben.
Yeah. If
that
that
goes,
was,
I got that, don't worry.
Yeah. In hoops, it might be another story if you're never passing the ball off to anybody. Might not have a whole lot of friends on your team. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. And this is Wellington Castillo. He was a late addition to their starting lineup tonight, not in the original starting lineup. And Caleb Joseph slated catch.
Both catchers, good power this season. 21 home runs combined between the two.
There's a pitch that's in there.
Well, here comes your point right now, Terry. 0-2 count. See if we can finish him off here quickly. A little slider, I think a slider even further off the outside corner. You have him set up. You don't have to throw that pitch inside now.
Here's the next delivery, and that's a little bit low.
Still a good miss.
JC, 24th start this season. He's had 3 relief appearances. 10-10 record coming in. And that one is low and away, so a 2-2 count. It'll be interesting to get the attendance figure a little bit later on. They have over 40,000 here, and it's pretty jam-packed tonight. A lot of orange everywhere you look here at this ballpark. Here's the pitch, and that's inside. So yeah, it was 0-2. Now it's
going
3-2.
Right back to your point again, Terry, about not being able to finish off a hitter with 2 strikes. You can still get him out here, but it's going to force you to throw an extra 3 pitches instead of trying to finish him off with 3 pitches.
Of course, the hitters had a chance to see extra pitches, and maybe that tends to benefit the hitter a little bit. And on the 3-2, it misses. He walked it. So that was not a good walk at all. Not that there are normally very many good ones, but that was an 0-2 count, and it turned into ball 4.
That was a pretty good take, though. That was a pretty good slider. And that's the one you throw the 4th pitch. That was an overthrown fastball, that one, and all of a sudden he was tracking away against them.
So here is Anthony Santander. Last night was his first major league game. He got a hit in that game.
Think about that. Was
in there.
Big at bat last night. That was a tough pitch. He was able to get a base hit against Yasmero Petit to start that rally in the 9th.
Bottom of the 9th. Here's the next delivery, and that one skips by Maldonado, and it goes back to the backstop, and that's going to move Castillo up to second. So that's the second wild pitch of the night here for JC in the first 2 innings of this game.
He's only had 3 wild pitches all season long, 2 tonight.
One line foul down the left side, backing out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to count on Anthony Santander. He's only 22 years old. He was an A-ball last year. And the pitch he takes, and that misses. 2-2 the count. 0-5 pick. The Orioles got him in December. Came over from the Cleveland Indians organization. He's a native of Venezuela. As for time, switch hitter backing out of the box.
Good power numbers in the minor leagues. Doubles, home runs. Can steal some bases. Big time talent.
2-2. He lines that one foul on the left side, backing out of play. Santander had been on the disabled list most of the year with a forearm problem. He had shoulder surgery following last season when he was still in the Indians organization. He missed 2 different seasons because of an elbow problem that eventually had surgery on his elbow. So he's been inactive a lot. Here's the 2-2, and it's fouled back not far from the booth. Where was it in Seattle earlier on this trip?
Yes.
Had one back in the booth.
Yes. Great by you, Terry.
Yes.
Well, we know you were quick as a cat.
No, you had a little fun with that on the telecast that
yes.
day, too.
Yes. You're one of our all-time faves. Go way back with you, Terry. Long, long time.
That's right. Here's the pitch, and this is grounded. Nice stop on the third base side by Valbuena. Gets up and throws, and the throw takes thrown off the bag. He's complaining.
He tagged him.
Well, Mike Soch is probably going to challenge this call.
And you're hoping that C.J. Cron is all right. There's a pretty good contact.
Andrelton Simmons has already gone into the Angels dugout. He's convinced that this call is going to be overturned. The Angels are going to challenge it. And Mike Socha might be asking here if this would be.
He got that foot. That's
maybe,
a great play.
If the umpires would consider reviewing this, and the Angels wouldn't have to use a challenge.
That got him twice. He got a leg and the foot before he stepped on the base.
Yeah, he's going to be out.
And again, that's a pretty heavy contact made on the glove of C.J. Cron. I remember when Albert Pujols was with the Cardinals and had to reach out and a runner came down the line. That thing could end up being a dangerous play, but solid effort to not only catch that baseball, apply the tag, control the baseball by C.J. Cron. But a great play as far as the ground ball and the coverage by Luis Valbuena to start with.
He had to get up fast. He just showed it on the big screen here. The rest of the Angels players are starting to walk off the field.
It's one thing the umpiring crew doesn't like to see. You want to make sure you see that first and foremost before the call is made or reversed.
Now they're taking off the headsets, and let's see what the signal is. Out. So sure enough, that will end the inning. It'll be a 5-3 ground out. So we are headed to inning number 3. Angels up 2-1.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Je sens ce que The Rock nous mijote.
Man, everything does sound better in French. Keep it up, chef.
My business was built with passion, but I keep it growing by making every dollar count. That's why I have the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. With it, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all of my purchasing. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Spark means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business, which adds fuel to my bottom line. What's in your wallet?
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible, more mobile, and improve your performance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Get more out of your 7th inning stretch with the Stretto method. Massage Envy.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and non-stop productivity. By
Angels will have the top of the batting order. Revere, Trout, and Pujols against Kevin Gausman. Well, the Angels have had a home run in each of the first 2 innings against Gausman. We'll see if that can continue.
Are you making a call there, Terry?
Well, Trout is waiting on deck. And then Albert will follow. We'll see. First one on Ben Revere. That's right in there for a called strike. Revere had a 3-hit night last night. He broke out of a little skid of his own. 3 for his last 21 now. The pitch, and he takes that one high.
After a slow start, Ben Revere really has done a nice job.
Cameron Maben's been bothered by a little bit of a knee issue, and the pitch popped foul on the left side, backing out of play.
Still amazing how quick his hands must be. That little hitch he has in his swing, and still be able to bring those hands up and make contact on a 94 to 97 mile-an-hour fastball like Ben Revere does. 318 batting average over his last 36 games. There's Cameron Maben.
Here's the next pitch, chopped by the mound out near second. Scope has it, and his throw will get Revere. That's the first out. Well, it was not too long ago in this ball game. The home plate umpire Tom Hallion had to leave the game right there. That foul tip off the bat of Maldonado hits him right on the mask. And now we have Vic Carapazza calling balls and strikes. A couple years ago, there you go, same umpire right there, almost the same spot. Taking that foul ball.
Twice he really got hit in the mask in this game. One time a deflection off the glove.
Yeah.
And then on the mask. Boy, Trout's home run last at bat, 429 feet, 110 mile-an-hour exit velocity off the bat. Sure looked a little bit further than 429 though.
Yeah. Trout a little 4-game hitting streak now, and he takes that one low. Mike's had hits in 21 of his last 25 games. Came in tonight hitting .338. Counts 1-1. And Trout lifts another high drive into left center field, and that ball is out of here. Out by the bullpen area. Trout does it again. There's your third home run in 3 innings for the Angels.
Wow, good call by the way, Terry, on that one. This baseball again crushed by Trout, 26th on the season.
That one had the Gooby brothers excited down there by the Angels dugout.
Yes, it did. A hanging breaker ball. When you hang a breaker ball to Trout, it's going a long way, and that's exactly what he did. Still so quick and short with his swing, and look where this baseball goes, into the bullpen. Blake Parker tried to make a play, but unable to do so.
So here's Albert at the plate, and that one is in there. Boy, are we seeing the ball leave the ballpark here in this series. Here's the next one on Albert. He lifts one in the air. It's right at the right fielder, and that is Anthony Santander. Hit right at him.
That's hit well, though, by Albert. He took a walk the first at bat, which is important to see. Very patient. And then that line drive the other way. Hit well, but right at the outfielder, Santander.
So Cole Calhoun, the next batter. Fly out his first time up for Cole Calhoun.
That one went 418 feet, 104 exit velocity off the bat. So you're generating all that power on a breaking ball. The first one was on a fastball.
Yeah. There's a pitch in there. Calhoun came into the night hitting .243. Like to see that average raise here before the season ends. Some time to do it. Angels, including tonight, 40 games remaining. Angels entered the night tied for the second wild card spot. Here's the pitch. It's hit on the right side. The second baseman Scope is back on the outfield grass, and that's where he will throw out Cole Calhoun from, and the inning is over. 4-3 on the ground out. But another Angel run and another Angel homer. Trout has hit a pair already tonight. Valbuena has one as well. We are moving to the bottom of the third in Baltimore. 3-1 Angels.
Hey Siri, take a selfie.
Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
So I'm just not sure what to do.
Lucifer.
Hmm?
What a great show. Have you seen it?
No.
You should watch Vikings.
Okay.
Great. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
You need to watch that show, Suits.
Suits? Watch Stranger Things. Next.
Watch Hannibal. It's my favorite.
Enjoy.
Find Cake Wars.
Watch what you want on the Fire TV Stick now with Alexa voice remote.
Looking for something new in appliances? Something different? Something cool? At the Home Depot, you'll find all that at the lowest possible price. Everywhere you look. Save 25% on select appliance brands only at the Home Depot.
I got my Spark Cash Card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Up 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning at Camden Yards. Ken French back with you. We're celebrating 25 years of this ballpark. Mark Gubazon talked about Paul Sorrento. He and Charles Nagy, part of the very first game ever at Camden Yards, April the 6th, 1992. Nagy threw a complete game against Rick Sutcliffe, who also threw a complete game, but the O's would win 2-0. In that game, Sorrento, Gooby, as you mentioned, had the first ever hit, and then 2 nights later, he had the first ever home run, a 3-run shot. And I talked to Sorrento this afternoon. I asked him, did you know it was a milestone when you hit it? He's like, oh yeah, we had paid attention to those things.
Tim Beckham leading things off here for the Orioles as we start things off in the bottom of the inning, and Ben Revere just made a terrific catch out in front of the wall in deep left center field to rob him of extra bases. There's one away.
A perfect angle for that fly ball and another well-hit baseball by Beckham. What an impressive start he's had to his Oriole career. This baseball is hit well, but it's the angle that Ben Revere took right in front of that wall, leaps up, controls the baseball, and J.C. Ramirez loving that play. It is a quick out, a loud out, but an out. Great play by Ben Revere. Time to leap, but it was all about the angle he took to run that down.
Manny Machado. Now at the plate, and he cuts at the first pitch and tips it foul right by home.
Hitters are they're up there hacking here today. Well, the last 2 days.
Well, you would know this has always been a real good hitter's ballpark. Ball carries here at this ballpark. There's a shot into center field. Trout is going back. He will make the catch on the warning track. So 2 outs on 2 warning track fly balls. That's out number 2.
Trout has made some unbelievable plays in this outfield here at Camden Yards, and Manny Machado knew he squared that one up well, but Mike Trout, doing Mike Trout things, runs that one down in front of the wall.
So Scope will step up.
I'm gonna hit it over the wall next time.
There's a pitch on Scope.
2 amazing young superstar players going at it in this series. Manny Machado, Mike Trout. Then we're back at home when it was Bryce Harper hit a home run, then Trout hit a home run.
Yeah.
Machado with 3 home runs last night, Trout with 1, but Trout already with 2 tonight.
There's a ball grounded through the left side of the infield, and that'll be a 2-out hit for Scope. That's his first hit in the series. 3rd hit in the game for Baltimore. Adam Jones will be the next batter. These 2 teams will meet again tomorrow afternoon. That'll wrap up this series and the road trip. It'll also be the final time these 2 teams will square off against each other this season. There's both of these teams in the wild card race. Baltimore entered the day 2 games behind the Angels and the Twins as far as the second wild card spot. The Orioles for the season 2 games under 500. The Angels 2 games over 500. There's a Pitch a little bit low. Adam Jones now 32 years old. Very good player, represented the U.S. in the WBC, and here he hits a ball on a very high hop. It's stopped by Simmons, and the throw, it must have skipped off his hand because it ends in the Baltimore dugout over there.
It looked like he made contact on the follow-through with the Wisdom win. A better chance of Anderson Simmons making that play. Probably it's going to be an infield hit and an error. Buck Schroeder wants to know why there's not 2 bases rewarded on that one.
Yeah.
And that means for Scope to be able to score.
He was on at first base when that ball was hit over there on the left side.
No contact made, just didn't quite get that grip of the baseball.
Yeah, the ball kind of flicked off his hand when he threw
Put
it.
off balance, and almost like a pitcher when you land on that stiff leg like that, and elevated the throw.
So still 2 outs, but all of a sudden they have runners at second and third. Single and an E6 on that play. And now Ramirez has to bear down here, try and get out of this inning. The pitch, it's a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Next one on Mancini. That's low again. Good stop on that one by Maldonado. Their run back in the bottom of the first inning came on a wild pitch. And Ramirez has had 2 of them already tonight. Trumbo would be up next. You see Ramirez checks the runner at second, delivers. Here's a bouncing ball hit on the third base side. It's fielded by Valbuena. His throw a little bit low, but it's handled by C.J. Cron, and that'll end the inning. Got a couple of 2-out hits, but Ramirez keeps him off the scoreboard. The 4th inning is next. 3-1 Angels.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
On behalf of Major League Baseball, I'd like to welcome each of you to baseball's newest gem. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 American Legion.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Hello? Hi, it's Ann from Edward Jones. I'm glad I caught you.
Well, I'm just leaving the office, so for once I've got plenty of time. What's going on?
So, those financial regulations being talked about? They could affect your accounts. So let's get together and talk and make sure everything's clear.
Thanks. Yeah, that would be great.
We've grown to over $900 billion in assets under care by being proactive, not reactive. It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and nonstop productivity.
To join the Angels this Tuesday when the Halos take on the Texas Rangers. Game time at the Big A will be 7:07. Fans receive a Trout bobblehead, the last in a series of 3 while supplies last. For more information on the Trout MVP season bobblehead, courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino, just visit angels.com/promotions. Andrelton Simmons leads things off. 4th inning we go. Angels On top 3-1, and there's a shot down the right side, and that's a fair ball. It's going to roll all the way out to the wall. Simmons is headed for second, and he will just cruise in with a leadoff double. So that snaps an 0 for 19 for Simmons.
That's good to see that swing. He's been very effective against the fastball, especially a four-seam fastball upstairs. Very good numbers against that four-seamer up. Stayed back and lines that one to right field, picking up a double. 29th double of the season for Andrelton Simmons. The Angels, the runner in scoring position here. No outs to start this fourth inning.
Angels coming into this fourth had scored a run in each of the first three against Gausman. Gausman, for the most part here over his last 6 starts, has pitched very well. The only blip on his screen was the game that he had against the Angels back on August the 9th. But last 6 starts, a 4-1 record. ERA in those starts 1.80.
Yeah, when you think about what he did prior, that he also rated 5 and 7, 5.85, a ton of hits allowed.
Next pitch, and that's a little bit low.
The opponents hit .318 against him before the All-Star break, only .210 since the All-Star break. But some good swings against him in Anaheim, some real good swings against him here at Camden Yards.
Bueno with a home run tonight. He's been hitting a few of late. He waves at that pitch and misses that one. Good off-speed pitch.
Yeah, anticipating a fastball. That's a good pitch there by Gausman against Valbuena. Mention those numbers: 4 for 8 with 3 home runs for Luis Valbuena against Gausman.
C.J. Cron waiting on deck for the Angels. Next delivery. This is lifted in the air into left center field. The ball's carrying tonight out on the warning track, jumping up out there and unable to get it is Seth Smith. That's another home run for Valbuena. He goes the opposite way. Luis Valbuena puts the Angels on top 5-1.
Well, you talk about going the other way very effectively, and the baseball carrying so well by that 364 sign. Luis Valbuena going 2 home runs. Trout going 2 home runs. Little double Dutch for you back there today, Terry Smith. Fastball away. That's a good pitch when you think about it against most batters, but not Luis Valbuena down in the strike zone. 96 hit out, 2-run home run. I know you used to be pretty big at that double Dutch back in the day with the jump rope.
I'm not giving out any secrets tonight, Mark. So here is C.J. Cron. And the pitch, and that is a called strike on the outside corner. So the Angels have homered in every inning here against Gausman. Had 5 home runs last night, but lost 4 more tonight. And there's a cut and a miss by Cron. Cron's been a guy who's been hitting a lot of home runs lately as well, and he had one in last night's opener.
There's 4 home runs combined between that 2 batters and that hug there between Trout and Valbuena.
There's the home run hug right there. There's one a little bit low. Here's the next pitch, and Cron lifts one high down the left field side. That's a towering shot down in the left field corner, and it lands foul. Seth Smith went over there. The ball was really up in the air. Foul ball. The Angels had a 5-0 lead in last night's game. That was early, and the Angels up 5-1 in this one. And boy, Seth Smith came very close to catching that.
He was trying to find where the wall was and still be able to reach in there, but unable to do so. And still, C.J. Cron gets another chance to swing the bat.
And the 1-2, and he cuts at that fastball, and he threw it by him. That might have been his best fastball tonight. That was 98. So strikeout number 3 in the game for Gausman. 1 gone here in the Angels' 4th, and here is Maldonado. Here's the pitch. He grounds it on the right side. It skips off the glove of Mancini. Schoop picks it up, though. He was backing up, and he will flip over to the pitcher, Gosman, and the inning will end. That's out number 2 here in the inning.
That's why, as a second baseman, you always be prepared to be in position to pick up an infielder, fellow infielder. And he was there in Schoop. Nice play after that ball was off the glove of Mancini over to Schoop, and Gosman covering the base. Anything hit to that right side of the infield. If you're a young pitcher at home, always be there at the base.
So that was a 3-4-1 out at first base. Here's Coward with 2 away, and he takes it low. Howard struck out his first time up. Pair of hits, including a homer last night.
Hey.
12 home runs for Coward this season in AAA with Salt Lake. He got into 90 games with them. And they've been holding on to a first place lead in their division for a long time. And the Pacific Coast League season is down to almost the final 2 weeks of the season. There's a pitch that's a little bit inside. 3-0 the count on Coward. Here's the next one, and that is going to be a 4-pitch walk. Second walk allowed by Gosman. Ben Revere will get a chance to bat now with 2 outs.
Coward with 3 stolen bases, been caught twice, once last night. Gosman has allowed 7 stolen bases in 10 attempts, although not easy to steal off Castillo. He's thrown out 49% of base stealers this season. A very good arm and quick release for the Baltimore catcher.
Revere with a pair of groundouts tonight. This will be pitch number 60 for Gosman as he works here in the 4th. And that one framed by Castillo, but called a ball a little bit low. Trout is waiting on deck, and he's had home runs his first 2 at bats tonight. And he's hit both of them a long way. There's a pitch that misses. 2-0.
It's a good conversation if you're Baltimore or Castillo going out to talk to Gosman, especially when you know who's waiting on deck. And Revere made an outstanding defensive play in the bottom of the 3rd.
Showalter, the manager for the Orioles, must be wondering what's going on with his starting pitchers here in this series. Hellickson gave up 5 homers last night. Gosman's given up 4 in less than 4 innings tonight. And they have had some starting pitching issues this season, the Orioles. Next one on Revere, and that pitch he takes for ball 3. Little or no breeze to speak of tonight here in Camden Yards. When we got underway, it was around 88 degrees. It's like the Orioles bullpen is starting to stir a little bit. Someone's going to start warming up for them. Here's the pitch, and that is ball 4. So 4-pitch walk again, and the Angels have a pair on.
With Mike Trout coming to the plate so far, his night has certainly been worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. In the 1st, a rocket off a fastball from Kevin Gosman, way out 429 feet. And in the 3rd, Gosman hangs a breakable 419-foot shot into the bullpen for the Angels. 2 home runs, first 2 at bats. The natural hat trick coming up potentially, Terry Smith.
We'll see what happens. Meantime, the pitching coach, Roger McDowell, is out there to try and settle down Gosman. And they're obviously discussing Mike Trout here, who's had Gosman's number first 2 times up, and Trout had hit a home run against him in the past as well. In fact, Trout has had 12 career at-bats against Gosman and has had 7 hits in those 12 at-bats with 3 homers. Miguel Castro, who they used in relief last night, is the pitcher who's up for them. He's only 22 years old, that reliever. Here's the first one on Trout, and that one's in there. I saw Castro, that pitcher's warming up right now, last night, and he threw 31 pitches in that game last night. They have him up in the bullpen early here this evening. Oh, 1 pitch on Trout, and that one is taken. Missed.
Castillo's almost set up in the left-handed batter's box. He doesn't want anything close to the strike zone here. It seems to be. That ball ran back over the plate, though. Just a little bit above the strike zone, maybe, or it could have actually even called a strike. See where he's set up.
Yeah, way outside. Here's the next one, and Trout chases that pitch.
That's a pretty good splitter.
Yeah. And he has a good one. That's one of his better pitches. He throws hard. He also has a good off-speed.
See where he's setting up. He's making sure this pitch is nowhere near going to be in the strike zone. Splitter down. Good spot.
The Trout in the hole. It's 1-2. 2 outs. 2 on. And 2 in the inning. Next pitch. And that skips away from the catcher Castillo. And the 2 runners will advance. No throw anywhere. So Coward now at third. Revere up to second on the wild pitch.
It's the 6th wild pitch of the season for Gosman. That's another splitter that Castillo wasn't able to stay down quite enough to keep that in front. 2-2 count. Be real surprised if Trout gets anything close to the plate with an open base.
Oh, if Gosman gives up another hit to Trout, that's probably going to be the last pitch he throws in this ball game. Trout waiting patiently on the Orioles right-hander. He's in no hurry at the moment. Now he's set. And Trout pops it up. This should be an easy play. It's out in front of home plate. The catcher is there, and making the grab on it is Castillo. And that is how the inning will end. So, Angels get a 2-run shot from Valbuena, his 2nd of the night. And the Angels lead in Baltimore 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Je sens ce que the rock nous mijote.
Man, everything does sound better in French. Keep it up, chef.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible, more mobile, and improve your performance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Get more out of your 7th inning stretch with the Stretto method. Massage Envy.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and non-stop productivity. By dreamers and adventurers, the curious and the carefree.
Awaited super fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor is here. It all begins Friday, August the 25th, with the weigh-ins live on FS1. Then Saturday, August the 26th, Fox will be hosting a special pre-fight show at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, followed by prelims at 4 o'clock. And after the super fight, don't miss the post-fight commentary and interviews on FS1. Our Trumbo at the plate. First pitch on the former Angel. He was taking ball one. J.C. Ramirez working with a 4-run cushion now in this game. Here's the pitch, and that's low and in. 2-0 the count. Trumbo grounded out his first time up.
Very, very important. We say it often, that shutdown inning, but you need that, especially knowing how well this team swings the bat here in their home ballpark.
Here's the next pitch. This is grounded sharply to short, backhanded by Simmons. The throw is in plenty of time, and Trumbo an easy out. He's grounded out twice on the left side tonight. Seth Smith will be the next batter.
Seven outs via the ground ball in the game at this point for J.C. Ramirez.
He has yet to record a strikeout in this ball game.
Seth Smith has been swinging the bat very well, like most of this Oriole club since the All-Star break.
There's a pitch a little bit low and away to him.
He had a good at bat last night against Ismael Petit. Also laid off a very close borderline pitch to work a walk in the 9th inning.
Here's the pitch, and he grounds this one sharply, but it's right at Crone, and he will easily beat him to the first base bag. 2 quick outs, another ground out. Wellington Castillo, the catcher, 8-hole hitter, the next batter for the Orioles.
Some baseball's been hit hard against JC, but you know what? That's why you have guys out there playing defense behind you. And the Angels, one of the best defensive clubs in baseball, made some solid plays both in the infield and in the outfield so far.
Tomorrow we'll see Parker Bridwell on the hill, and he'll get a chance to beat his old club again. Bridwell is always raving about the Angels defense.
By the way, it's hard-pressed to find a nicer kid in the world than Parker Bridwell.
Yeah.
One of the most polite young men, but when he's on that mound, though, a whole different story.
Yeah, he's a real good competitor. Here's the pitch. That's drilled into center field, but it's right at Trout. He will catch that liner off the bat of Castillo, and it's a quick, clean inning here for J.C. Ramirez. So 4 in the books. The 5th is coming up. 5-1 Angels on Fox Sports West.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
No bronze will be cast in her likeness. And a stadium will never chant her name. She was but just a woman, with the will to go beyond.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and non-stop productivity. By dreamers and adventurers.
Angels have a 5-1 lead. This road trip series brought to you by your SoCal Chevy dealers. Fine new roads. Albert Pujols to lead it off. 0 for 1 with a walk so far tonight. Gosman is set. Pitch number 70 of the night for him is right in there for a called strike. First pitch fastball.
Got a chance to talk to Albert today. Congratulate him on tying Sammy Sosa for 8th in the all-time tops as far as all-time foreign-born players. And maybe tonight I'll pass him by. And a huge smile, very important for him.
Oh yeah. One ball, one strike the count. And Albert with a shot through the right side. That is going to be a base hit.
So not a home run yet tonight for Albert, but 3 really good swings. Or 3 really good at bats. First at bat worked the walk. Next one hit the ball very hard to right field, and this time a line drive. That vacated hole in the right side of the infield, but hit very well by Albert, picking up a single.
So Pujols is on. Angels coming into this 5th inning, having scored in every inning in this game, and Albert now 2,927 hits, tied for 39th all time with Al Simmons.
How about those 3 hits behind Rogers Hornsby?
Oh yeah,
that's impressive.
Here's the pitch, and Calhoun takes a little bit low. Cole is 0 for 2, had a 2-hit night last night. Next pitch, and low again. 2-0. Angels coming into this game having won 7 of the last 9 games, 11 of the last 16. August has been a good month so far, 11-5 this month. Here's the pitch, and that one is a little bit low, and you kind of wonder where things are right now in the American League as far as the wild card. What might be kind of a magic number as far as wins to earn a berth, whether it's the number 1 spot, which would give you a home field advantage in the wild card play-in game, or the number 2 spot.
I'm guessing 84, 85, right around that range.
There's a pitch in there for a strike. Well, if the Angels needed 85 games to be one of the 2 wild card teams, the Angels would have to go 23-17 the rest of the season.
It's certainly doable the way they've played, especially the way they've been swinging the bats of late. Mentioned his last 19 games averaging 5.4 runs per game. The offense 1 through 9 is starting to put it together.
Here's the pitch, and that one is cut on and missed. So it's 3-2. Last year, the 2 wild card teams, and it ended up being these Orioles, and Toronto was the other one. They each won 89 games. You're going to be a lock this year if you win 89
yes.
to be a wild card, and I don't think the number 2 wild card team would need that many wins this year.
A lot more parity in baseball, especially when you look at the American League.
Yeah. Here's one grounded and just foul on the first base side. That was a line hugger for a while, and just foul. And that would have been some trouble. That ball kicked all the way down into the right field corner.
Cole was all over this baseball, right down the line. I was real close to that corner of the base. Real close to that chalk also over the base.
So it's a full count on Cole.
Albert trying to get a little walking lead just in case he would go on a 3-2 count.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low. So
might be
another
it now.
walk.
And it is going to be it.
And we see Buck Showalter headed out to the mound, and sure enough, he has signaled that will be it for his starter, Kevin Gosman. So he ends up going 4 innings here tonight. Angels pinned a loss against him in a ball game, well, it was 10 days ago, and trying to do the same thing here tonight in Baltimore. So we have a new pitcher coming in for the Orioles to break in the action. The Angels have a 5-1 lead. Pitching change coming up on Fox Sports West.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
I got my Spark Cash Card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my landscaping business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing. And that really helps my bottom line.
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Isn't that your car?
I would love to take it, but no.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
You guys want to check it out?
Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and non-stop productivity. By dreamers and adventurers, the curious and the...
Friday, August the 25th, the Angels will be taking on the Houston Astros at the Big A. Game time will be 7:07. Fans in attendance will receive a Nolan Ryan bobblehead while supplies last. For more info on the Nolan Ryan bobblehead, courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, just visit angels.com/promotions.
I think the Simba Pride would like to have that also. That bobblehead from the Express, Nolan Ryan.
Here's the pitch on Pendleton, and that pitch is taken. It's in there. The new pitcher is Miguel Castro. 28th game for him this season. 2-1 record, no saves, 3.15 ERA. And 2 1/3 scoreless innings last night. We talked about when he was warming up earlier tonight. Threw 31 pitches last night. Back in here this evening, and the ball's lined over to the shortstop, and then the throw by Beckham trying to double up Albert gets away. So they get the out there on Simmons on the liner, and they were thinking maybe they were going to turn 2 on it, but not a real good throw there by Beckham.
And they might have had a shot, a better throw there to second base to get the double play. As it runs back, the important thing is Albert touching the base and then going back and going to third base because that ball was caught in the air.
So that'll be an error on the shortstop, enabling Albert to move over to third. Cole Calhoun did not advance. He's still at second. 1 out, runners at the corners, and Valbuena has a chance to do some damage, and he's done a lot of it so far tonight. He's homered twice. He's driven in 3 of the 5 Angel runs. Trout's driven in the other 2.
Kurt, you mentioned Castro 31 pitches last night, but 2 1/3. That means he warmed up 3 times in between innings. So that's an extra 7-8 pitches thrown even in between innings, besides the pitches he threw warming up last night and of course today.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low. Castro ready, and here's the next pitch, and that one misses off speed. 2-1.
There was a slider. There was a lot of sliders. We saw that last night. A good change up there. You saw on that one, and his fastball is 90 to can touch 100 depending on 2-seam, 4-seam fastball from Castro. Very special arm for him.
Yep. He was actually with the Rockies a little bit last year. Next pitch. And that's in there, taken for a called strike.
It's a pretty tough pitch. That looked a little bit off the outside corner, and Luis Valbuena asking where that pitch was from Vic Carapazza. See that change up, and it's off the plate by at least a baseball off the plate.
Two balls, 2 strikes on Valbuena. And that one misses inside.
It's a big run here for the Angels to get across. Especially, we know this ballpark, want to keep adding on.
Valbuena has had his season batting average under the 200 mark for a long, long time. He's had 2 hits tonight. He's up to 198. Pitch is low. That's ball 4. So Castro walks Valbuena, and that's going to load him up.
I think that's a wise decision for Cole to be on the move, even though we've seen earlier in the season for Valbuena not making some contacts on pitches out of the strike zone, but on the move, but you prevent that double play potentially from being turned, end up being a walk. Anyhow, loaded the bases now for C.J. Cron, who has really hit the baseball well since the All-Star break. 4 home runs in his last 7 games for C.J. Cron.
Already 5 walks given up tonight by Baltimore pitchers, but none of them have scored at the moment. There's a pitch in there, strike 1 on Cron. They have the infield back at double play depth, no shift on. Cron facing Castro and the pitch, and he waves at that one.
I can't imagine him getting anything but a slider.
Another good slider right there. If you're Cron here and you kind of suspect a slider's coming, you just got to go with that pitch.
Yeah, and he's been real good as far as when he's on a hot streak, just flicking that ball in the right field.
Right. Can't pull that pitch. Here's the next delivery, and he got him with another one. Boy, that was no contest there. 3 straight sliders struck him out, and now 2 outs in the inning, and Maldonado the next batter.
Especially as a pitcher, when you see a hitter going to expand their strike zone to try to get a run home, you're more apt to keep going a little bit further off the plate with a breaking ball. And most run producers will expand a little bit of their strike zone to make sure they get the job done, and unfortunately for CJ, was unable to do so with that at bat.
So we'll see what Martin can do here with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and the first pitch misses, ball 1. The Angels have a healthy lead right now, 5-1, but did leave runners at second and third last inning, and now have the bases loaded here with 2 outs in the 5th. You'd like to take advantage of scoring opportunities. Next pitch, popped up foul, but it's going to get back and out of play. One ball, 1 strike to count. Big ceremony here tonight. The 25th year of Camden Yards. I can remember coming to Old Memorial Stadium when I was a kid.
Yes, I remember that stadium very well too. I remember how short those lines were down there for a home run.
Yeah.
Left field, right field line. Not that I'm complaining about it at all, Terry.
That was a ballpark. It was kind of built in a residential area, and I'll never forget they used to park the cars in the stadium parking lot, one right behind the other.
Yes.
And if you left the game early, you're boxed in because there's somebody right in front of you, someone right next to you, someone right behind you. It was tough getting out of that place if you wanted to leave early.
They had some great players over the years that played in that ballpark.
Oh, yeah. 2-1 pitch. That ball's hit well into left center field. Chasing after it is Smith. He has a play, and he makes the grab right in front of the wall. Wow. That came close to being a grand slam, but it's the final out in the inning.
Would have been another home run, it looks like. Reaches up and makes the play. Seth Smith prevents runs from being scored. 4 of them.
With so many projects in the works, it seems like Dwayne Johnson can't possibly take on any more.
Well, that sounds like a challenge. Hey Siri, give me a Lyft ride to LAX.
Mr. Nakamura can discuss your fashion line.
I'm out. Rock. Hey Siri, take a selfie.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Sometimes, all it takes to reach your goal is a little assistance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Professionally assisted stretching to help you get the results you can't achieve on your own. Total Body Stretch can help you become more flexible, more mobile, and improve your performance. Introducing new Total Body Stretch from Massage Envy. Get more out of your 7th inning stretch with the Stretto method. Massage Envy.
For every trip taken, there's a story waiting to be told. Now imagine 500 trips to 500 cities. Oh, the stories. By those who want a downtown stop and non-stop productivity.
In Baltimore as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and as far as other scores, the AL wild card race, you can see the Twins, the Angels entered the day tied with them for the 2 spot. They're scoreless against Arizona in the 4th. Kansas City entered the day a half game behind the Angels and Twins. They're trailing at home against Cleveland. Seattle, all of a sudden, they've gotten hot after the Angels swept them. The Mariners have won 3 in a row, and they are leading at Tampa Bay. Texas trailing against the White Sox. You see the Yanks leading Boston, and Cubs beat Toronto today. First pitch. That one was headed our way.
Take a look at those wild card standings. You see the Twins and the Angels tied that second wild card spot. The Royals and Mariners half a game back. By the way, Terry, I knew you had that baseball, didn't you? That was hit pretty well our way.
There's a pitch that's inside on Santander. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
That's when we need to be back in D.C. at Nationals Park. We're not getting any foul balls up there.
There's a little debate as to how high the press box was there, too.
Way high.
There's the pitch on its way. It's grounded on the right side, and it skips under the glove of C.J. Cron. He went diving trying to stop it. Might have slowed it down just a little bit, and it rolls out to Cole Calhoun. So Santander gets a hit, his second in his big league career.
Yeah, Santander, you can see how special that swing is. He's got quick hands. He's able to turn on this pitch and get it by C.J. Cron, who almost made a real good play. He's elevated up above the belt and lines it by him. Almost got it. Just a little piece of that baseball, but good reaction though by Cron. Almost made an outstanding play.
Cron has really improved defensively this year.
He worked so hard in spring training. You saw the results in Tempe, and it's carried into the season.
Pitch taken by Beckham for strike 1. You see Ramirez ready, and it's low and in.
He's been pretty effective running that fastball in against some right-handed batters tonight.
Tim Beckham, a player the Angels have seen in 2 different uniforms this year. Began the year with Tampa Bay, came over here to Baltimore. J.J. Hardy, the regular shortstop, supposed to coming back from the DL. Here's a ball bounced to third. Only one chance for an out. It's in time to throw to first by Valbuena. So Santander moves up to second. He's there with one out.
Another good fastball, another ground ball out. And what we've seen, we talked about those two to be successful for JC tonight against his right-handed batters. Running that fastball in. He's jammed some hitters. He's run that fastball off the plate, getting in on the handle of the bat and avoiding the barrel of the bat. You're seeing that's why he's got so many ground ball outs so far in this game. Another one right there against a very hot hitter, Tim Beckham.
So here's Manny Machado, 1 for 2 night. 3-hit night last night. They were all homers. And he takes that one for ball 1.
That out he made, his second at bat was allowed out. The Trout ran down at a warning track in center, right center field.
Here's the pitch. He grounds it sharply. Another one down to Valbuena. And his throw is in plenty of time. And the runner at second, Santander, has to hold.
Luis has been busy at third base. Yeah. He's been busy swinging the bat, but also fielding his position.
So Scope will be the next batter. He got a hit his last time up.
5th ground ball his way tonight for Valbuena.
Angels, after this series wraps up here tomorrow afternoon, headed home for a long 10-game homestand, and it'll be all divisional foes: Texas, Houston, and Oakland. First one a little bit low. Here's the pitch, and chasing that off-speed delivery with Scope. Fooled him. That pitch was high.
Scope is very aggressive at the plate. 108 strikeouts coming into the game, just 29 walks, so he'll be up there swinging. If you throw anything in the strike zone, it's a good chance it's going to be hit hard, including his last at bat.
Here's the pitch, and this is bounced right to Simmons. He has it, and he'll throw out his buddy Jonathan Scope at first base, and that's how the inning will end. Good inning again for JC. Cal Ripken, part of that 1992 team that was here celebrating the 25th anniversary of Camden Yards.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope it don't cause an eclipse.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Live stream your favorite sport at the airport. Binge DVR shows while painting your toes. On-demand laughs during long bubble baths. TV on every screen is awesome. The all-new Xfinity Stream app. All your TV at home. The most on-demand, your entire DVR, top networks, and live sports on the go. Included with Xfinity TV. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
No bronze will be cast in her likeness. And a stadium will never chant her name. She was but just a woman, with the will to go.
Upcoming schedule, it's brought to you by Honda. I mentioned the Angels heading home to start up that 10-game homestand beginning Monday night at the Big A. Rangers for 4, Astros next weekend at the Big A, and then the Oakland A's will finish it up.
That's 25 straight games versus AL West opponents. Very similar to what we saw in the beginning part of the season.
Yeah. There's one that's fouled back at the plate is Caleb Cowart. Fouls it back to the screen. 0-1.
See that firm fastball? That was 99. Castro, a lot of sliders and a good changeup, but still a firm fastball.
Cowart hits this one on the first base side, just foul. He was hugging the line for a while, but triples foul. He's in the hole. It's 0-2. The Orioles getting more action in their bullpen. And they have a pitcher up in the pen who we saw last night, Richard Lyer, a lefty. There's a pitch that Cowart chases, and he misses that one. So he is a strikeout victim. That's the second one in the game for Castro.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game. Talked about fight the good fight. So far, the offense been very, very good. Home runs in the first 4 innings. First time ever in Angel history's homered in the first 4 innings. Almost at 5 straight innings. But Seth Smith, an outstanding play. J.C. Ramirez also doing his job. Fight the good fight. Pitching well so far in this game against a very dangerous offense in Baltimore.
Pitch on Revere. He chases that one for strike one. Another good fastball, 98.
Surprising that Colorado would just let him go with this arm. I know he has struggled with numbers wise, but this is a special arm.
Here's the next pitch, and that's lined into center, and that's going to fall in for a hit. Got it up the bat a little bit. Revere's first hit of the night. So the Angels have a base runner, and Mike Trout getting ready for his fourth time up.
Ben's reaction, because that ball had a little sting on there after the hit towards the end of the bat, flared it into the outfield for a base hit. Running action towards the end of the bat. You see him going, ow, off the end. But it looks good on the box score right now. Stolen base threat, 17 on the season for Revere.
Trout has had a 2-for-3 night. Castro's toss over to first, and Revere is back in plenty of time.
And the beauty of having someone with speed at the bat on first base right now, you distract the pitcher, and he can make a mistake with Trout at the plate. And all of a sudden look up and 2 runs are scored on a mistake.
Next pitch, Trout hits one right to short. This might be 2. Flip to second. The relay to first is in time. And that's how the inning will end. That was hit right at Beckham, and they double up Mike Trout. So we move to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Baltimore. Angels still up on the Orioles, 5-1.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope it don't cause an eclipse.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Ricky Fowler's a professional golfer. When it comes to hitting perfect drives, nobody does it better. He's also into oil painting. Looking good. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident. Fortunately for Ricky, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and be sure he's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine. Thanks. No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for $5 a month.
Our Angels Live postgame show for the business of sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
This is the 5th double play that Mike Trout has rolled into this season.
Angels have had people on base all night long, have a 5-1 lead as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Adam Jones will lead things off here for the Orioles. And here's the pitch, and that one is a little bit low. We saw during the half-inning break the head groundskeeper, who is a female. I think there are 2 in Major League Baseball. She was talking to the home plate umpire, Vicar Apaza, and I guess there could be some rain headed this way.
Yeah, one cell potentially around 10 o'clock range out here. Doesn't look like it's going to be long though at all.
Okay. It was around Hagerstown, Maryland.
Isn't that where Cal Ripken Jr. was born? No,
I'm not sure, but
I think he owns a team down there. I know he owns a team down there. Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
There's one fouled off on the right side, backing out of play.
Speaking of the Hall of Famer,
sure he signed a few autographs tonight. What do you think?
Do you think? I happen to have an autograph of his at my house, as a matter of fact.
Very good. Here's the pitch, and this is lifted in the air into right center field, but backtracking and making the catch near the rim of the track. Foot or 2 to spare from the rim of the track. Cole Calhoun puts it away. So Adam Jones set down for the first time tonight. 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Trey Mancini will be the batter. Mancini, 0 for 2 night. So you have to like what you've seen so far from J.C. Ramirez in this ball game, and even in the last start that he had against Baltimore in the recent homestand, it was 12 days ago. You look at the numbers, and they didn't look all that good. 6 earned runs in 7 innings.
It's another one of those pitches that gets away from J.C. Ramirez. It hits the home plate umpire, Vicar Apaza. We saw that earlier with Tom Hallion, and then eventually Tom Hallion got hit with a foul tip on the mask, had to leave the game.
Here's the pitch, and that one misses. But that last start that Ramirez had against the Orioles at the Big A, he pitched a lot better, I thought, than the numbers, because he ended up giving up he had only given up 2 runs going into the 7th inning, and then he gave up that grand slam to Manny Machado, and that kind of skewed his numbers quite a bit.
He threw the ball well that day. He's throwing a little bit off his 2-seam, almost like a changeup a couple times tonight. There again, that good moving 2-seam fastball.
No strikeouts for JC tonight, but you can win without strikeouts. Next pitch. This is nubbed on the right side by Mancini. It's fielded there by Crone. Flips to JC, and he gets to the bag in time. A little 3-1 ground out, and he's set down the last 5 in a row.
What's the old saying, Terry? An out's an out. Any way you can get an out. Sometimes it's better when you get some quick outs. And Parade is up now in the bullpen. This play by J.C. Ramirez. The guy's going to talk to him right now to give him a little bit of a breather as he covering first base. 78 pitches, still controllable as far as the pitch count.
Simmons over there saying to him, I didn't know you can run that fast. You got over there quick.
When you get a chance to get it out, you're amazed how quick you can get to first base. I don't know. They're waving out their trainer right now. Eric Munson's going to go out. Maybe something happened as he ran over to cover the bag. And Mike Soch, same thing. Even though he was smiling, maybe he wasn't real comfortable. He stepped on the base. He always has a smile on his face, so you never really know if there's discomfort or not. Real good pitch, good slider. He's going to lead the game now.
And he's a little stiff-legged as he.
Yeah, the way he stepped on the base, the corner of the base.
That's a shame. So hopefully that's not going to be anything that is going to be a long-term issue. You kind of get the feeling he wants to stay in there, but I guess the Angels are not going to take any chances. So
especially how many pitches and innings it's already a career high for him as it is on a warm night.
So the Angels will be going to the bullpen. Eduardo Paredes will be coming in to work for the Angels. He'll get as much time as he needs. This is an injury replacement move. We'll be right back.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Is not your car?
I would love to take it, but no. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is it?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine. Thanks. No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google.
Hyundai, there's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. And by Airstream SoCal, live riveted with 3 freeway-close Southern California locations.
Eduardo Paredes, the new Angel pitcher, and they're giving him ample time to get loose. He can take as many warm-ups as he likes, and now he says he's ready to go. The last time we saw him on this road trip, that was in the opener of the National Series on Tuesday night, and he had a scoreless inning of work.
He warmed up a couple times last night, backing up Andrew Heaney a couple different occasions. And with a warm night like tonight, it doesn't take you a whole lot to get ready.
Done a nice job in the limited action. We've seen 7th game for him. And a couple of tours with the Angels so far this season. Here's the pitch on Mark Trumbo, and he takes that one outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch, and it's chased and missed.
That's
fastball.
One thing about Trumbo, he will chase a high fastball. Now he can get up and hit that fastball upstairs very well. You almost have to go above the letters. Even then, it still has a chance of being hit.
One, and that is a fastball called strike on the outside corner. Trumbo was on the disabled list going back to late July. He had a little bit of a rib cage strain. Saw him get into a game in the series at the Big A. A couple of them got in the final game, and he's been healthy since. 2-2 the count. Right-hander against right-hander. Next delivery. Trumbo late with the swing. Fouls that one back to the seats on the right side. Trumbo came in with an 8-game hitting streak. Hitless with a pair of groundouts so far tonight. 2-2. And this is hit on one hop right to second. Fielded by Coward. And the inning is over. The barrel of the bat ended up out there near Simmons, the shortstop. Inning over on the 4-3 ground out. We are headed to the 7th in Baltimore. Angels lead it 5-1.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
It's nice to know that even though I'm going 125 miles an hour, I can move at my own pace.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. Hope I don't cause an eclipse.
I got my Spark Cash card from Capital One to put thousands of dollars every year back into my online business. Because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchasing, which is great for my bottom line.
Mobile unlimited baseball break. Some wild card games going tonight. Kansas City losing 4-0 at home against Cleveland. Jason Vargas struggled through 4 2/3. They trailed the Angels by only half a game in that wild card, second wild card. And speaking of wild cards, the Yankees leading at the Red Sox in the 7th inning. That's CC Sabathia versus Chris Sale.